Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into my channel. Today here with another Realm Royale video, but I'm going to be talking about the newest class that's coming to the game. It's not yet there, okay? It hasn't entered the game, it's not on PDS, it's nowhere, okay? But I did found out on the deep web or just some random places, updated info on how the Paladin is going to look like. Okay, and as you can see right now on screen, we have here some information about the abilities that he's going to have. Apparently, he's going to have 2 healing abilities, also some damage abilities, and also if you go down here and you take a look into this, his legendary weapon is going to be a hammer, okay? So I'm going to be trying to do a quick video just talking about these things, and there's just 1 or 2 extra things that I found on the other classes that I also want to talk about. Now, the first thing that you notice immediately is this passive ability. For those who don't know, the engineer was the one who had this passive ability, and actually does make sense that they took it away if they wanted to give it to this. Maybe they thought it's better for him, you know, instead of the engineer has a lot of protection. Honestly, I don't know what was their thing. Okay, they many times they just don't explain at all what they're thinking. Okay, some ideas are stupid. Maybe that's why the game is starting to die. It happens. But even so, nonetheless, let's just talk about here our boy Paladin, which I believe is going to be released together with the open console beta. Okay, so as first, I believe that this is the movement ability. It's a Cavalry Charge, and pretty much apparently it is something related to almost like the shoulder bash from Ash, but appears to create a shield in front of him. And if we go into the ability itself, you can click it. And it says here, direct attack, attach a deployable, which means the shield, an enemy, which means you can still hit an enemy probably, or defend yourself from the enemy. I don't know. Maybe it is the shield from Khan, but it does say charge, so he does go front. So unless it's more like the charge that we already have for the warrior, but it just pops up a shield in front of him, doesn't really make sense now, does it? But even so, here are the cooldowns. This is for the common, 14 seconds. This one is 8 seconds, the legendary one, 10 for epic, 12 for rare. And the duration is always the same, like it's less than 1 second. So that's why I'm saying that it's like a charge. And it does a knockback, so, you know, that helps a lot as well. When it says 1000 knockback and high gravity, it means it pulls the enemy up, not just back. It goes up and back. So pretty much literally like the shoulder bash from Ash. Okay, so this is the movement ability. Now let's go into the other 4 abilities that you're probably going to find. So this one is a healing ability. As you can see here, it can heal these little amounts here. And if we go there, it says that it's a AoE, projectile ranged attack, enemy. Now, I don't understand how this can be like that, since the only effect that it gives is healing. How that it's connected to ranged attack enemy. So I'm thinking that this is more like the Pillar of Light from Furia, and if it hits you, it heals? I don't know. Usually it would say here friends, so you could heal your friends. I think if this is more like the, I don't know, like he does like a smash in the ground, and it does damage or just pushes them back and heals you at the same time. It doesn't really explain a lot. It just tells me how much it heals. It heals 700 at legendary. I mean, that's cool, but the cooldown never changes, so it's literally the same thing, only literally changes the healing. So there should be something else to it. And we went to the warrior, never mind. There we go, back to the paladin. Now, fortification. This, to me, looks like to be the shield from Vivian. Yeah, because it says, attach a deployable, enemy, true, blah, 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 and there's no effects. It only says the cooldown and the duration, so it's the same thing. Maybe it is stronger, can take heavier damage with the different rarities, I would suppose. This was all updated, as you can see here on these datas, on these dates. This is why I believe this information is actually accurate, although it's not like as recent as possible because we're already in August. This has been here for a very long time, just people didn't found it, and I was completely surprised when I found it. Now let's take a look into the Holy Aura. The Holy Aura, pretty much, I don't know what to say. It's a healing ability, okay? It can heal you and your teammates. Just imagine a totem, but without the totem. You're the totem. Probably that, okay? It heals 200, but here's the thing. If it only heals 200, then it's really bad. But then I took a look into the effects, and it does give 40% ground speed extra. So it's not just the healing, it's also a movement buff. So that's actually pretty neat. Let me just see how much it gives at legendary. It doesn't change the ground speed. So basically this is like a speed buff, okay? This is what you want to... probably could be, yeah, could be like the little pool from, you know, from Moji, just giving that pool around you, and anybody who goes through this pool actually can get extra speed for like 1-2 seconds, even after leaving it, but it lasts 5 seconds and then it heals. I don't know, it could be that, you know? Could be that. As for shield bounce, I know how it looks like. All right, the name says shield. You guys are probably that's a shield, man. That's like a shield of ash. You throw it and just starts, you know, just starts moving forward. But I don't think it is because it says true projectile ranged attack an enemy. All right, and it does damage, as you can see here. So last 300 health on your enemies, and if you go to legendary, last 525. I mean, what I'm saying is, I think this is more like the shock pounce, you know, the little shock pulse, whatever you want to call it, from our boy Grok. I think that's it. I mean, there's not many explanations here for what this could be. It looks like it. Just the shield part on the name is just kind of stupid. I don't know. All right, but then we got the hammer. This is the legendary weapon that apparently is related to it. All my data mine videos, I did mention a hammer. And I did mention all of these abilities, just didn't know what they were doing. But now we actually have this information here. Now, if you take a look into the Holy Hammer, it does this is the fire one, okay? It does extra 100 damage. So technically, it is almost like 900 damage that it does. It says right here, 885. It's just rounded up for, you know, for 900. But even so, the range is the exact same as the axe. This is the exact same range as the axe, but it has the double of the speed of the axe. My question is, why? What is this? Do we throw hammers? It says that we have infinite ammo, so literally you're throwing something that will respawn. As you can see here, infinite ammo. So this has to be something. They put it as the axe just to let us know that that's how it, you know, the mechanic works. But even so, this is the Paladin, boys. Now let's go into the Warrior really quick because I want to show you this. So there is 2 new abilities right here, as you can see, okay? Which is the Brace Yourselves and the Stand Your Ground. Pretty much, if you guys know Paladins and if you know Khan, he does a battle shout, right? But what I think this is this one heals and this one shields. I think they're trying to bring different options for the shielding potion and etc. And it just does like in close combat. Maybe that's what they want to try to, you know, Warrior is more close combat, and as such they want to give it that instead of the potions. Probably remove the flask of healing and the shielding potion, or just give it to somebody else. I mean, apparently there was also Dynamite, at least a class that is always talking about, you know, potions and stuff like that, like it's a wizard or something. Also, people said that it could be the mage, but I mean, it could also be a wizard. It's not impossible, right? And there was some voice lines that people say that it's not related to the mage, like Spanish little lines that could be for this new class that we're talking about after the Paladin that can actually have these 2. And also the reason why I also say that there's probably another class, another, you know, another character of this game, not just the 5 that we know now, and now the Paladin, is because when you're selecting the characters, if you notice, it's well divided to have extra 2 buttons on each one of the sides, 1 button on each side, okay? So it does look like to me there's going to be 2 extra classes. That's going to be look lit if it actually goes into the game. As for skins, there's nothing else besides the primal that we already seen. I did saw this part right here where we actually have the common throwing axe, which does no damage, so probably it's not even going to go on game. It's only going to be available at maybe green rarity, and it does damage at green rarity. As you can see, the axes are available at different rarities. This is what's disturbing. I don't know if this is going to be going into the game. Please don't. Oh my god, people just throwing axes at any class. I mean, it's already annoying that we have the legendaries just popping out of places, you know, that they shouldn't. And then I saw also this. oppressor mines for our boy engineer here. Okay, the oppressor mines may be back, but I think they're not gonna be, they're not gonna be slowing. Although it does say it here. I mean, they kind of removed it because of what it was doing, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. Like, it does 100 damage per second. So probably it will be for slowing. I just wished it wasn't. And not to mention that if we go into the weapons, the rocket launchers are there as well. Fire rocket launcher, frost rocket launcher, lightning rocket launcher. And then we also have all of these rarities for rocket launcher and plasma launcher. So we may see a combat of the rocket launcher. And then there are skins as well. One that it's called Fantasy Forge, PS, and Skyfi. Okay, this looks like to me like the futuristic skins. Maybe this is going to be coming into the game on the Battle Pass 2. Maybe like with a futuristic team, Maybe that's where the Prowler mount will actually appear into the game. Because if you guys remember the data mine, it did mention about Prowler mounts coming into the game. Now, as for Assassins, I don't think there's anything new here. As you can see, even the weapons, there's only one here that I noticed. It's called the Male Flank Xbox. This, just for the name, I can remove the, the information that this is actually exclusive skin for Xbox. It kind of sucks if there's not one for the PS4, but we'll see. There's no image, by the way. You guys wanted to see it, so did I, but there's no image for it, okay? So, now let's go into our... we're an assassin, now we go into the mage. The mage now has what it's called the Gravity Storm. I don't know what the hell that is. It probably is just an unfinished project, but we do have the Grounding Shock. Now, the Grounding Shock does appear like to be almost like a Poppy Bomb. It does have extra gravity scale, 700 knock up on the enemy, and pull in. I'm thinking this is more like the effect almost like of a pulling people up and then just down really fast. I don't know what it is, to be honest. It doesn't do a lot of damage if you see, but it's physical and does like pull back and pull in. I don't know what this is, to be honest. I'm kind of skeptical. This looks like to be like almost a Poppy Bomb, but without having actually a deployable. Just just slamming the ground like with your feet. Probably it's that. I don't know. Let's see. Then there's nothing else here except for the Magical Girl, which we already seen the pictures of that on my data mine videos. Make sure you go there and check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about, okay? Then we just have the Hunter, which unfortunately literally has nothing except for the epic longbow. Don't ask me why it's there, but it doesn't have even a skin, doesn't have an ability, nothing. Just nothing, okay? That's what it has. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Just before we go, I just want to go here onto the abilities because there's extra abilities here hidden. Where are they? We got the Cavalry Charge. We saw that. The Divine Wrath. Fortification. There was some abilities here that didn't appear back. There we go. Okay. Speed Potion. And the Weightless. There we go. Okay, well, let's check these two. So, the Speed Potion, this was already dynamite as well. Probably is coming to the game. It's an ability, but it doesn't actually say which class has this. It gives you ground speed, it gives you 100% extra height, and speed of the height as well, of the jump. Alright? It only works on your friends though. Doesn't work on the enemies, doesn't do anything on the enemies, just like the other two potions. As for Weightless, we kind of already know what this is. It has a 9-second cooldown and it lasts for 4 to 5 seconds and a half. And pretty much you just jump around like really high for that amount of time. It's that's it. I just don't know where this is coming. Maybe it's coming for the other class that we were talking about. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're just, they're putting the 2 potions on the last other class that I'm talking about, and then we're putting the Weightless and also the Speed Potion. I mean, she does need like a damage ability, okay? She pretty much has 1 escaping ability and 3 potions. Like, it couldn't be like that, okay? They have to change something there. They gotta give something to that class a little bit extra, for what I mean. But yeah, that's all for the video today, guys. I didn't want to make this video too long. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed. I know there's not a lot of people watching Realm Royale content at the moment. I know my videos don't have a lot of views. It's okay. I'm not mad at all. It's just sad to see this game just die this soon. And I know that maybe with the Paladin coming back to the game, maybe we'll have some people coming back to the game as well, just saying they love the class and, you know, they haven't played the game in a while because the game was broken and now they know that it's not broken as much. Although the legendary is just coming out of chests, it's probably just the... If they just remove that, like not opening chests and getting random legendary stuff from the chest, maybe it would be good, you know? That would be like the perfect thing. But yeah, that's all for the video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, guys. Have a wonderful day.